Okay, we are recording. So, Ashley, if you could just start with like introducing yourself and just telling all these girls who you are. I'm sure some of them do, but I know some of them don't. So, I'm excited for everyone to hear your story because you're literally one of my favorite people. And I'm just so excited.
I was telling Trey, I'm like obsessed with watching you make your coffee videos every morning. I'm such a creeper. Um, but yeah, so thank you so much for having me on. I am like in like our I'm on vacation, but I'm like right by the elevator because there was all these people in the lobby right before we were about to start this. So just bear with me if I like act awkward because some random person's walking by and I am awkward. But my name is Ashley Blome, and I am a triple diamond. I joined this business in February of 2015, so it's been over 4 years now. At the time, I just dropped out of college, and I saw my cousin posting about it. I wasn't like super close with her or anything like that, but I was like, okay, give it a shot, and kind of see where it goes. And I was that person. Like, I ran my auto shipment the next day. I had my website running. I was running my auto shipment every single month, and I wasn't doing anything. For like 8 months, I didn't do anything. And I think so many people at that time, even when I joined, were like, well, why? I don't even know why she's joining. But like, it's crazy whenever some people take that slow step. Like, some people have like a slow start, but then they end up being like the number one rock star on your team. So I always tell people that to, not get discouraged with people if they don't run right away. It's just going to take a while, even though it might have taken them a long time to join. The first month that I started working, I went executive in Ruby. And then I went to my first conference in February of 2016. I went emerald and diamond, and then I was diamond for 25 months before I promoted to double. It was probably the hardest 2 years of my life. I lost my rank. I lost my diamond bonus. I just had a lot of ups and downs. And in March of last year, I went double diamond, which still is like the best promotion of my life. I love it. I'm just like, that's the best thing like ever. I mean, triple was amazing, but double like was so much hard work and tears. And there was a reason why I had that setback to get to that rank at the time. So that just meant so much to me. And then 11 months later in February of this year, right after I had my daughter was like 3 weeks old. I went triple diamond. And yeah, I mean, I'm obviously like pushing for that next rank, but I'm just kind of doing it, when God wants me to do it. And I'm able to stay home with my daughter now, which is awesome. And we just booked our family vacation. We saw people posting that they were on vacation. It was like 3 weeks ago. We're like, why don't we just go? Like, why don't we just go on vacation? I'm like, okay, let's do it. And it's so cool, like not having to take off of work and, which I mean, I never had to deal with like a big girl job or anything like that. I was working at a sandwich shop whenever I had joined. So I never worked like a 9 to 5. My only job was working at a sandwich shop, and now I do it works full time, and it's amazing. I love it so much. So that's just a little bit of my story. And whenever I first started, I know I like read the notes a little bit, but when I first started, it was like my why was just like, I just wanted to travel, and then it turned into, giving it that 3.5 years. It was like, okay, now, back then you thought it was something else, but God had that plan to where it was going to be, you being able to stay home with your daughter, but I didn't know that that was going to happen.
Yeah, I love that. I feel the same way. I mean, like, whenever I joined, like, I definitely did like take off in the beginning. I mean, like, I went executive my first month, but I was that person that was upset about not seeing a $2,000 paycheck their first month. So I quit for like 90 days. And at conference of 2018, yeah, conference 2018, Shay called me and was like, "You're gonna go emerald, earn a bonus." And I was like, okay. And then here we are. But that's so crazy. And I love how just open you are. Like, you went diamond and then didn't promote to double for 25 months. I mean, like, and just putting it in like hindsight like that, I haven't even been in this business 25 months. So no one on this team has. And like, that's just so crazy. Just like knowing that path and just like literally just trusting in God that he's bringing it. And I just love that. Cause I know, I mean, like, we're both pushing for Prez. So it's just kind of like wherever the wind goes, basically. And I love that. That's so awesome.
It was almost like, okay, so what, am I going to quit? Like, what am I going to do? What if I quit? Like, the time's going to pass anyway. So even if it took me, I always say, like, now if it took me 10 years to go ambassador, what else am I going to be doing that's going to make me $30,000 a month? I dropped out of college. The only job I've ever had is at a sandwich shop. I have a kid. I don't ever want to leave her. So what am I going to do? Nothing.
Yeah, there's no other option.
Yeah, so it's like, might as well just stick with this, even if it's not moving at the pace I was, or even if, I feel like I'm having a few setbacks before I'm having that breakthrough, but it's going to happen.
I love that. I know something I always hear is like, even I think there's 10 ranks. So even if it takes you 10 years to reach each of those ranks, exactly like you said, you're still making $30,000 a month. So like, even if it takes you 10 years, who cares? Like, you're still going to be making $30,000 a month. And I love that you said that, because that just puts it into such different perspective. Because I don't know, our team is so new, and I just love hearing that from like other people that have been in this business for so much longer.
I'm like not a question person because I want to bounce back off of it. But like, okay, so I'm 23. Okay. It took my dad was not 50. He was 56 when he became a millionaire, guys. We have so much time. It doesn't freaking matter. We're not going to be, if
Yeah.
it's millionaires when we're 30, who cares?
Yeah.
Really, it's no, there's no race. And I think that when we're young, we see other young people, becoming successful, and we want to have that. Whenever I joined, I think Courtney Bohr had like been in for a few months, and she was going she went prez so fast. And I was like, I want that. And I'm still not prez, but I've still always said I want to be that one day. So I think that it's just not knowing that you're not in a rush, and that good things take time. And it's okay if you're not a millionaire by the time you're 35, because that doesn't happen. Literally, most people don't even become millionaires. So if it happens when you're 50, that's amazing. It's just like total perspective thing for me.
No, yeah, I love that. I just love how you said that, because that definitely puts it into a different perspective to me. Because I mean, I dropped out of college. I know neither of my parents are millionaires, so like, it's just crazy at the opportunity we have, and just not looking at it as. I mean, like, I know for Shay, like, she went triple, like, it was 3 months she went triple, 3 months she went prez. That's not me. And like, I can't get upset about that, because like, it's everyone's journey is so different. And just knowing that like, you're doing everything that like you have to be doing. And like, I just love that you said that, because that just, I don't know, it's like things that you hear every day, but it just like speaks differently. But
Yeah.
yeah, my next question was, when did you learn that like it's just so much bigger than just you? Because like, I know for myself, it took me about a year to realize that this business was about the people below me and not the person looking at me in the mirror.
Right.
And I just feel like so many people like need to hear that. But like, when did you really start to realize that, like, that
I
aspect?
think, and I know nobody wants to hear it, but it's having those times where it's rock bottom, and then you have to build your way up and realize. So whenever I was a diamond, it was right after conference, so over 3 years ago. And then it was 6 months where I was being paid as a Ruby. And my whole team quit. I don't even know how I was maintaining Ruby. Like, I have no idea. And it was like, Ashley, you're so selfish. You're making this about you. You're not caring about anyone else. You're making people, get their own customers. You're not training them how to get customers. You're getting mad at them because they're not maintaining. So you're not maintaining, and you're pointing the finger. And I think it just took me to going from, sometimes it has to fall apart for you to realize, why that happened. And I mean, even now, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, because whenever I went double, it was like, I was so emotional when everybody promoted. And like, then I think, you get on this high horse, and it keeps going and keeps going. And then it starts slowing back down, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I should have cared about all of those people. Maybe, you can't start caring about people whenever your checks drop or your rank drops. You have to care about them through it all. So I remember, a year ago when people on my team are promoting to Emerald, I was crying. Why is that not happening now? And I think it's because we expect that. Well, they should be double diamond, they should be continuing to, but like, I think just being grateful where you are. And another thing, just like going to church, has really helped me, just knowing that like, we're literally put on this earth to make a difference in people's lives. And if you don't realize that, and you don't want to serve others, then you're in the wrong industry, and you need to fix, why are you in this business? You want to, like, you saw someone change their life. So then in return, like, you saw it on your feed. And so then that changed your life. Whether you're making $300 a month, that is so much that you would never be making it from your phone. Whether you're making $3,000, it doesn't matter. And so why would you not want to offer that to everyone else? And I think just really getting over yourself. And sometimes God has to break you before he can, make sure that you're ready for that next level. Because I can even say for me personally, when I was double diamond, I was maintaining double diamond. I was making $8,000 as a double diamond. And then I went triple, and it was like 25th triple, like immediately when it ran on the 25th. I was like, well, I deserve that. No, you don't. no, you don't deserve to be making that much money. Like, good for you, but you don't. And so even since then, it was like, well, I had my daughter, I'm making this amount of money every single month consistently. I don't have to pour into people, but that's what people want. That's what grows my income. So I know that if I want them to continue to push forward, I got to pour into people. I've been doing like weekly power hours with my team and like a push chat on Messenger, and just people I see like showing up, just getting on them, whether they're paid as distributor and all they do is run their auto shipment. I've been sending them cards like, hey, I see you putting the work in, because it's not only about, the people who are promoting, and it's not only about like the paid as ranks. It's about those people who are behind the scenes doing that stuff, knowing that they just need that. They need someone to believe in them. And so I want to be able to be that for other people. So if you see something in someone, write them a note, guys. It's literally costs like 50 cents to send out a nice note to someone, and it goes so far. So just knowing that, don't be selfish. God is not going to bless you, and you are not going to be making $30,000 a month one day if you do not care about anyone but yourself. And it might happen, but then it's all going to go back to crap, unfortunately.
I love that. I think it was today actually, you had shared a story of a note that you had sent some girl, and I was like, that is literally the sweetest thing ever. And like, I love that. And like, I love doing just like recognition gifts and things like that. But even just sending like, just like gratitude, I don't know. I like that. That's definitely something that I know I need to start doing. But yeah, like, I like how you said, like, it just, you feel like you have to be teared down, and then that's whenever you start to like, you just figure it out. Because I know for myself, like after I promoted to double, my main leg like left, and it literally killed me. And I was like, I'm not like, I don't deserve to be in this business. I don't deserve to do this. And it took literally 3 people on my team, like just me watching them every single day work this business when I was at my absolute low, that was like, no, like you're here for them. And then just by doing that, they were all on one leg, and then that brought me 2 more legs, and then in a couple months we went triple. And it's just so crazy to see how just pouring into literally just like a downline of girls ended up expanding my team so much more wider than I ever thought it could. And I just love that, because I know, I mean, like I went double in 11 months, and it took that 13th month was when everything happened. And that's when I really was like, oh, this isn't just about me. Like, this is about so many other people. And I feel like after you know that, that's when everything changes. And I just love that.
Well, and like, guys, listen, she says she went triple in like 11 months. What the heck? It took me 4 years. And I still am not giving up, but I'm really enjoying that income, so it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter how long it takes you to get there. Another thing that I was going to say is I know you were saying when you went double, then someone had like quit. So I was double diamond maintaining. I always maintain it, which I still feel so good about. And I had a diamond leg quit. She didn't cancel her account. She's on here right now. I love her. She went to a different company, and I loved on her. I didn't block her. I removed her from the team page because she wasn't on our team anymore, but I was not mean to her. I didn't post ugly statuses about her. I didn't talk shit on her to other people. I let her do her thing. And guess what? She realized where she belonged was here, and she came back. Okay. So when people quit, don't be ugly to them. Don't be nasty. And that's just going to be a true reflection of the person that you truly are, is when you love people and just let them go as they're supposed to be. And if they're meant to come back, they will. And she came back and went double diamond within like 19 days, guys. Okay. Now she's a double diamond on my team. And when she left, she was maintaining diamond. So it's not like she lost her check. She just didn't feel happy where she was. She was really struggling with postpartum. And I loved on her way out. So, and that's God's grace on me saying, hey, Ashley, I know you don't understand this, but I'm going to get you through this. And if she's meant to be here, she'll come back. And I always stood with that. And I didn't get mean to her. There were a few times I wanted to block her, but I didn't. But just knowing that if it falls apart, it's okay. And there could be something way better right around the corner. And even during those times, I evolved as a leader. And I think I started caring about other people, once I realized that there are other people on my team other than just her. Not that that's bad, but there were other people who needed to be loved on. But at the time, sometimes you give that recognition. So Cheyenne, it's Cheyenne, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. I just don't want to be saying it wrong. It's awkward.
You're fine.
You can't be giving all your love to Michaela whenever Emily and Morgan are over here like, hey, I'm still here, whether Michaela's going for double diamond or whatever it is. It doesn't matter the rank. You got to be treating them the exact same way. and just, I don't know, I'm all over the place, but yeah, just know that if you're feeling like a setback or someone quits, just know that they come back. You just got to be nice to them, and you have to just know that it's all for a reason, even if you don't understand that. Because I know for a fact, even right now, that's hard for me.
No, yeah, and I love how you said that, because I have one of my girls who, she was along that whenever the other girls had left for the other company, and she's on here, a diamond leader going double on my team, and like she'd had to leave, and then like we talk about it all the time, and like it's just so crazy, because I was like, I knew in my heart that like God was going to call you home, and he did, and then the next month she came back, went diamond, and it's just so crazy to see like how everything can like transition so fast. I have like, I just keep like thinking of new questions. That's so funny. So the next thing is like, what is like, how do you explain like the importance of self-development? And then like, along with that, like, what are your favorite types? Cause I know like there's so many different kinds out there, but like, what's your take on that?
I go back and forth. So don't stick to something and be like stuck in your ways and be like, that's just how I do it. Like I used to be someone who would listen to podcasts in the background. And then I would work, and I kind of started realizing like, I like came to this point. I was like, I hate myself. And I was being paid as a triple. Like this was like right after I had my daughter. I was like, I hate myself. Like I don't deserve this. And it's like, no, like you're doing self-development, but you're just listening in the background. You're not taking in. So something I've been doing is just like starting to read. I know that's hard. Put your phone on airplane mode. Sit down and just read a damn book, guys. I have never, literally asked my fiance, I've never read an entire book until last month. I've not through school. I cheated everything through school to even graduate high school. Never read a damn book in my life. And I just finished Girl Wash Your Face because everyone said watch it or listen to it. I've read chapters here and there, but I've never sat down every single day and read a chapter a day. And it's helped me so much. So don't say, oh, I just can't read. You can. You just don't care to. But I promise when you do, it will help you. Another thing for me is just going to church. That is like the best self-development that you can do. Because you can like, and I know this might be crazy for some people who like don't believe in God, but like you can listen to all of the sermons that you, or all of like the podcasts that you want to, but guys, every promise is in the Bible. Okay. So when you go listen to sermons who God has called them to go be, preachers, this is not just some bullcrap book that someone wanted to sell to make money, okay? This is like biblical stuff, and this is true. Like this, everything that pastors say, as long as you get the right ones, they're preaching just to you. And I can't even tell you how many things in the past year since I started going to church and I started tithing and giving 10% of my income every single month to my church and giving back to people, how much my life has changed. You have absolutely no idea. And I think that that's going to be the best thing for you is if you don't have a relationship with God, seek one, find a church around you, start watching online. But that's going to be the best self-development because it's all true. It's all real. It's not just like someone saying, oh, this happened to me when I was little. Like this is not just lucky stories. This is like the Bible, and it's real and it's true and it's raw. And that's where you're going to really learn about like the fullness of who you are, not just books and podcasts, even though those are great. But I really think the best thing you can do if you want to learn more about yourself and like where you're meant to be in life is to have a relationship with God and work on it. Honestly, work on it.
I love that. I'm like thriving off of everything you're saying. Cause I know I started tithing after I went triple, and literally, so that's what, March, April, May, June, 3-4 months, I guess. I can't really count that well, but like literally just tithing those 3 to 4 months, that's changed my entire life. And like, I know I've always heard from like Manifestation Babe and like all those podcasts like that, like when you're like giving, it's given back to you tenfold. And like, it's just so crazy to like, just the short amount of time that I have been like actually giving back to someone, and like, which I've never done before. That's never been something that, like I just never even thought to do that. And I just did it like that first month, and I was like, this is amazing. And then I just like kept doing it, and you just feel so good, and it's just like so crazy. And then I can definitely say like after, like, cause I'm not a religious person. I wasn't like raised that way, but just like after, I don't know, just like something changed. And then I was like, just started to pray to God about my business, and everything started to change after that. And then like, so my first conference was this last one, and it's just so like the prayer night that we had, that literally changed my whole life. And like, it's just so crazy just to see like what God's been able to do. And just like after you just like you let him in, and you let him like show you. And one of my girls who's like my main promoting leg, I love her to death, and like she's like super like close to God and like with the Bible, and like I don't know, like everything she says to me just like makes me feel like she's just like the holiest spirit ever. And so like it's just amazing to see. Like I don't know, I could literally go on and on about that, but I love that. And then I'm thriving. Do you like listen to podcasts or anything, or are you just like strictly on reading books now?
I do. Like, I was driving for like 8 hours the other day, and I was listening to like Pam Souter's podcast, Real Talk Kim. She's a pastor. But I'm not, I don't know. If you guys have one, put it in the comments though, because I am looking for some, to kind of, because I have to drive again back home. But like, I'm not sitting in the car listening to music. If I'm listening to music, it's worship music and I'm praising God. I'm not listening to, Cardi B like I would have been a year ago. I'm listening to podcasts from pastors and worship music because that's just what makes me feel good. So, I don't know. If I'm gonna like try to do some self-development while I have time, like sitting down to work, because I can do whatever I want. This is what I do full time. If my daughter's sleeping, I can work for an hour and then maybe do self-development reading for like 20 minutes. But the only time I'm going to be doing podcast or like anything like that is probably if I'm driving and it's just playing for me while I'm driving.
Okay. Yeah. I love the Pam Sauter podcast. My team or my leaders have been like obsessed with that one. Hers is literally so amazing. I'm trying to think. I love Manifestation Babe as well. She has a really good one. But yeah, I love podcasts, and I like what you said about like reading books, because like that's me. Like I don't read. Like I love Audible, but like I had to listen to like Girl Stop Apologizing like 5 times before I finally was like, oh. And like I'm like, I bet if I would have just read it, just like sat down, took the time out and read the dang book, like it would have like spoken to me that first time. And
yeah, and like there's just like a sense of like peace whenever you actually read something, because you can put your phone on airplane mode, like you don't have distractions, and it's like that's it. You actually like go into the book and like realize what you're reading, and then you just feel so, like for me personally, I just feel like at peace, with everything that I read and where I stand in my life and in my relationships, and just I don't know, it's just so much better. And if you haven't done that and you say I'm not a reader, just give it a chance. Go buy a book and just read it. Do a chapter a day. It'll go by very, very fast.
Yeah, I love that. And so the next thing I wanted to ask is, how do you like, I hope I like word this right, but how do you like rally the team together? Like when it's like promotion time and you're like trying to gain that excitement like for the promotion, like what do you do to do that?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to like when I went double, only because that was more like a, like we all had to hit a certain thing, because some other times it already fell into place. But when I was pushing towards double, it was like, okay, like we're going to start doing like not even weekly Zooms, like daily Zooms with our teams. And we're not going to sit there and we're not going to complain on them. We're going to say what's working for us. And just really for me is like, I just have a really strong relationship with a lot of the girls on my team, so that when it does come promotion month, it's not like I'm saying, hey, do this for you. They know my heart. They know that I love them more than anything. So when they see that I'm pushing towards a promotion, they know that it's our promotion. I'm always like, we're a triple diamond team. I'm not a triple diamond, So I think just like back to what we were saying before, making it about, not only you, but those other people around you. And then whenever you do that, those people will realize that, okay, hey, she has to hit this promotion, so that means I need to maintain this, or that means that I need to hit this as well. So I think just coming together as a team, creating that like sisterhood within everyone, to where nobody feels like you're saying, hey, go Ruby, go Ruby, go Ruby, because I want you to. No, go Ruby because you genuinely care from the bottom of your heart that person's going to be making $500 a month. So when you say, hey girl, like this is the month we're doing it, they don't think you're being selfish, and they don't think that you're making it all about you. I know that didn't really answer it, but just creating like, and like I literally am going to be so honest, I have to pray every single day that I care about other people's dreams more than I care about my own, because I have big goals and dreams. I have so much that I want to accomplish in my life and that God wants me to do, but I have to care about everyone else's dreams more than I care about my own. I know how much I care about my own, so I have to care about everyone else's just as much as I care about my own. So if you're not in that position yet, praying to get there. But it's just going to be, doing weekly Zooms, and then say you have like 3,000 volume. Split that up between each Ruby and Emerald and Executive or whatever, whoever is in that leg, and divide that by 36 and say, okay, you need 21 cleanses. I need 14 cleanses. You need 16. And we're going to do cleanse hosted posts. And we're going to post about the cleanse on our story. And we're going to upsell. And when we upsell or we sign a customer, we're going to tell each other and we're going to knock out those numbers. I've seen crazy things happen, not only in my organization, but other people's as well. And when it's promotion month, it's promotion month. I know right now I'm not going presidential this month. I'm going to go presidential when God wants me to. And when that month comes, it's going to happen and I'm going to be at peace with it. The month that I went double diamond last year, I signed like 73 customers. And the month that I went triple this year, I signed 85. Okay. I've signed like 5 customers this month. I know it's not my time to go presidential this month, but I don't know, just doing it as a team, doing it because you love them and not forcing them and making them feel like it's about you promoting. Because say like you push someone to go Ruby and then they don't maintain it next month, guess what? Your promotion doesn't mean crap. You got to like push them to go Ruby because you remember how you felt when you went Ruby, and now you're a triple diamond. So I think I already said it, but just caring about other people more than yourself.
No, yeah, I like that. And then, kind of going off of what you had just said, what do your promotion months look like? Like, do they look the same as any other month, or are promotion months totally different from any other month?
I feel like, so the month that I promoted to triple, like we just came out with a Thermophyte X. So it's like customer, host post working. You know what I mean? Like I'm still doing the same stuff behind the scenes, maybe not sending 60 messages a day from a post because it's not a brand new product, but I'm still doing stuff every single day. I woke up this morning before my daughter and fiance woke up and I came down to the lobby and I worked, guys. I'm on vacation, but guess what? I'm still going to get my stuff done because I know that that's what's important. Did I do as much as I would if I was sitting at home? No. But the main thing is that I did the core 4 things. I added to my network. I interacted with people. I messaged people, and I don't even know, whatever. I don't know. I normally write it down. I did the stuff that I know that I'm supposed to be doing. And I do the same thing on promotion months. I think that you don't have to like kill yourself when you're trying to promote. You can still do the laundry. You can still hang out with your fiance. I know people like, don't watch TV. Well, that's not fun. So don't be like a freaking devil and tell people that they can't enjoy their lives while they're trying to promote because their family's going to hate them when they do that. Okay. Yes. When I was promoting, I'm like, look, babe, you got to like put Chloe to bed tonight. I'll feed her in the morning, like compromising with people and just being like, hey, like I may not be around as much, but you don't have to like not do the laundry. You don't have to like not go out I'm not like a partier though. So I don't like go out with my friends and get drunk, So, I wouldn't suggest doing that stuff, but I think that, not like stressing out and not like overworking yourself to where you're so burned down and work. And then when it comes time, like the next month, you just want to chill for 7 days because you worked. Just do little things every day and knowing that like that will lead up to, that next promotion, and just, I think just daily little task every day instead of burning yourself out like the last 5 days of the month or anything like that.
Yeah, like I know pushing for triple that last week, I literally don't remember from the 25th until I promoted. And like, it's so funny because like I was talking to Shay about that the other day and I was like, I literally blacked out. Like I was like, I did not sleep. I only consumed like 96 pizza rolls a day. Like it was bad, but like I literally just went into straight zombie mode. And like I know I was probably so rude to Jeremy, and like obviously, there's a return out of it, but it's just like that I'm like, I don't want to do that because like that's not fun. Like now, like something that like we've been doing is like the block schedule, where it's like we're like just basically taking our schedules into blocks, and just like I have time where like I spend a certain amount of time each day with Jeremy, so like I'm not like neglecting our relationship and like things like that. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just definitely made a difference. But I just like how you said that, because I know I don't remember who said this, but it was like you can't just like promotion month, because like to me like a promotion month is like you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're not showering, but like I don't want to do that. So it's just like, exactly. And it's just like, that doesn't have to be like that. Like, it's whatever. I mean, as long as you're getting what you need to get done, like, obviously you're going to be messaging more and posting more, but I mean, it doesn't have to be like, or I know, like, at least going double, I did not sleep for 72 hours. And it's
Yeah.
just so crazy.
Yeah. It's like, because you have so many people you're talking to. Guess what, you guys? You can reply to messages while you're watching TV with your fiance, or you can sign up a customer and say, hey, pause that really quick, or whatever. Like, you can still do other things, guys. You don't have to sit in a spot for 10 hours to be able to promote 1 month. Just
like, I literally signed a customer getting my teeth cleaned today. Like, it happens. Like, whatever you gotta do. That's so funny. Okay, so these are just the last couple questions that I wanted to ask, because you are so consistent on your enrollments, and that I love following your story, and like, especially like on Instagram, just seeing that like definitely motivates me. But what are like your last minute like quick tips for like enrolling LCs and like enrolling DTs?
Gosh, you should have asked me this 2 months ago, because I have had the worst month. I don't know what's going on. I think God's just saying, like, you just test me in this, Ashley, because if you're going to have a breakthrough. But in the past, I mean, guys, just figure out your numbers. So figure out, if you're going to send 100 messages a day, I'm going to sign 1 customer. But if you want 5 customers a day, you're going to send 500 messages. I do host to post. I do giveaways. One that I just did the other day was like giving away a free box of diapers tomorrow morning instead of monthly giveaway, which is fine. But doing like a sense of urgency so you can get out all of those right away. And then from there, I am, like messaging people who like view my story on Instagram. That's like my favorite way. And I wish I never freaking gave that tip in March of last year, because that's how I used to sign so many customers. And then everyone took my idea, which is fine, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help other people. But I mean, I'll just say, hey, not sure if you've seen my story, but I have a few product tester spots if you're open. Explain the product, ask them if they want price information. Right away, they know that it's not free. Tips. I literally feel like I don't know anything anymore, because I swear I'm still doing stuff every day, but this past month has just been like so stressful. But guess what? I'm still showing up, and I'm still like doing the dang thing. Anytime I sign a customer, this is something I do love to do. Anytime like a customer signed up, I focus on one product a month, one product a week. So you're not going to see me, love you, Cheyenne, but you're not going to see me posting about the Thermophyte X coffee and cleanse all in one day, because my followers are like, what the hell does this girl sell? Okay. Focus on the cleanse for 7 days. Post picture on that one day of like cough or cleanse challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every day, add a name, whether you sign a customer or not. You'll start signing customers. Every time you sign a customer, put it on your story. Post before and after pictures, corporate approved before and after pictures. Post screenshots of your customers. Don't share other people's stories who are blurry. You're never going to find me doing that, guys. Don't do it. If someone shares a story and it's like you can't even read it, I'm not buying a product from you. Like your testimony, I don't even know what that says. It's so blurry. I don't know what that says. So get your own customers to make their own testimony. That's what you need to do. You don't need to be stealing everyone else's, because I you know how you just follow on Instagram? Well, I found like on accident, all these Monet girls. I guess I like followed through the CEO's likes. I don't even know what I was doing. And so I started going through people's stories to interact. Guys, they all had the same story. It's like the Unfold app, with them being one of the top 50 companies to work for. They all had the exact same story. 7 of them had the same story. It's like, that's exactly how people view us when we steal other people's stories. You don't have to make a perfect story from the Over app or Unfold or anything like that. Just keep it simple. Sometimes I'll like take a picture, say like I took a picture of me at the beach, and I'd say now hiring. Save that, post it. Take that now hire the same picture that says now hiring, post another text where it's like popping up back and forth. Do you get what I'm saying? Where it's popping up on the story. So it's not just like a paragraph in like one text that's up there for 3 seconds. No one knows what that says. So be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. You don't have to be Cheyenne. You don't have to be Courtney Bohr. You don't have to be Jade. You don't have to be Morgan Martin. You don't have to be anyone but you, and that's who God created you to be. So don't try to steal other people's stories. Know that, and this is the number one tip, like know that where you are is where you're meant to be. I think so many times we get so caught up in like, oh, I should be here by now. but I'm not. I had a few setbacks. So have you guys ever been like driving somewhere and you've missed the exit? Like you've missed the exit to where you're meant to go, okay?
Every day.
Okay, so when that happens, do you get in your car and drive back home because you want to be a whiny little baby about it? No, you get back on the highway and you go to your destination. The destination is still the same, whether you had a bump in the road or you missed that exit. It makes no difference. Same thing with this business. Your destination is $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. If you were making 5 and then you bump down to 3, are you not going to push forward to still go to 10? Absolutely not. You're not going to give up because you had a tough time or you missed the exit. You're going to have roadblocks. You're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be perfect, but your destination is what you have planned where you're going. So even if it doesn't work the way you want it to, and you're getting frustrated, if you like get frustrated where you are, you're not living in God's grace. You're not living in the plans that He has for you. And I know that's hard to understand because, and I'm just going to be honest right now, guys, nobody even knows this. So if they're on my team, I have 2 people on my team. So thank you, Lord. I'm like just now hit double diamond in eSuite today. My volume has dropped like 50,000 in the past 2 months. Do you see me crying about it? Low key on the inside, I'm freaking crying about it, okay? But I'm not going to not work. I'm not going to not bust my ass and get up this morning and get on Zoom. I was almost not even about to get on this. And I was like, no, that's the devil telling you that you don't have to do it. I was lazy when I had my daughter. I did stuff here and there. I enrolled customers, but I didn't pour into my team. I didn't pour into myself. I had to have a check. And guess what? Just because I thought presidential, I had 77,000 volume the month that I hit triple, guys. 77,000, okay? And now guess what? I had a few steps back. Am I going to hit double diamond again or triple this month? Did I say 77 when I hit double, triple? Whatever. Am I going to hit it again this month? I don't know. Am I going to cry about it? I don't know. But guess what? The destination is still the same. One day I will still be an ambassador. I've had setbacks before and it made me a better person. And if I have it again this year and it happens to me again, guess what? I'm going to bust my ass and I'm going to go ambassador diamond one day. I don't care if I have a setback. It literally doesn't matter. And sometimes you have these and people quit. I promise you that I'm never going to quit this. So you're never going to see me not posting on my story. You're never going to see me not getting on leadership Zooms and working this business. Someone asked me to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to learn from my mistakes. And bless you to Connie, who just sneezed. But you're just going to get through it and it's going to be okay. And it doesn't matter if you were so close to something and now you're having a setback and you're not where you want to be yet, just knowing that it's going to be all right. And you got to love on the people and you got to know that where you are is one day, even if you don't see it, it's going to make you a better person. And I'm just like preaching, but I feel like Jesus is just telling me to just keep going. But that's really, really all that I have to say. Just knowing that, and I'm like speaking to myself right now too. You're not defined by your rank. You're not defined by your income. You're not defined by recognition from other people. Jesus knows you. Jesus edifies you every single day. It doesn't matter if your leader doesn't. It doesn't matter if you're not a top 150 income earner. Nothing matters but like where you stand in your relationship with God. So if you can realize that, then you'll know, the plans that He has for you.
No, yeah, I literally love that. And that just actually spoke to me with everything. I mean, I know like my leader chat just started like blowing up, but like, I just feel that like so much. Cause I mean, like, I know like promoting to triple and then like volume was so high and like, it's slowly just like going down and down and down. But like, I'm not complaining. I mean, like you said, like, yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, like what is happening on the inside? But like, I'm still showing up for my team. I'm still enrolling like as much as I can. Like I'm still pouring in and like signing GTs and like getting new blood. Cause like, that's like what this business is. Like just because my volume's 8,000 down from April to May or whatever it was. That doesn't mean that like I'm gonna quit, and like that doesn't mean that I'm just throw in the towel and like leave all like my team. Like you have to keep pushing, and like I love how you said just like that's made you a better person, because like I definitely feel that like I needed to not maintain triple 1 month to see like what I'm doing wrong. And like now I can point that finger back at myself and know, like, I know exactly what I did wrong, and I know exactly how I'm going to fix it, and I know that it's forever corrected now. And I just love how you said that, because like that's just so true. And like,
go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine, go ahead.
You just have to be vulnerable with your team. Like I had so many girls who were just like enrolling customers, enrolling distributors, and I had Chloe, and I was just like, yeah, place for fast starts, blah blah blah. But I wasn't sitting there saying, there were so many enrollments, guys. One month we had like 853 enrollments, and I didn't know what to do. I had a newborn to take care of. I didn't know how to handle it, and guess what I did? I went back and I said, I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. I haven't been a good leader. This is why. There's no excuse. There's nothing that I can say that, you know, makes sense to why I did what I did and why I wasn't the best leader. But here I am right now. And if you want to run with me, I have a chat. I have weekly tasks. I have a way that we can show up together as a team. I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm sorry. That's the best thing you can do. If you've ever felt like you're not a good leader, raise your hand. If you haven't been a good leader to every single person in your organization. And if you're not raising your hand, I'm gonna assume that you're lying. I'm just kidding. But I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, be vulnerable, because that's important. People need to know that that happens. It happens. Whenever my girls, you know, they would drop down one month, they're like, oh, well, that happened to Ashley 3 years ago, and now she's triple diamond. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna be triple diamond one day. So just knowing that those setbacks, God's doing that for a reason, so that you can inspire people down the road.
I love that. That just literally just like spoke volumes to me. If any of you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, because that was really all I had to ask. But I'm just so glad that we did this. I've been wanting to get you on here for a while, and I know my girls were asking for you too. So I'm so glad. I know this definitely helped me, so I hope that it helped. I hope that it helped others, and I'm just so thankful. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. If not, we're gonna hop off and let Ashley go enjoy her family vacay.
Disclaimer: I never cuss. I never say that. So obviously I was like pissed. Okay, so don't ever tell anyone that I said the F word, because Jesus is gonna be like, what is wrong with her?
No, you're totally fine. That's so awesome. But yeah, okay. I guess we don't have any more questions.